Here's a sneak peek at the newly published ECM Revelation. It comes in 4 volumes. There's a text volume with the newly reconstructed text of Revelation. There's a volume of supplementary material, which tells you about the Greek manuscripts, patristic sources, and the versions that were used in the creation of the edition. And there are 2 volumes of essays. One is about studies on the text, and the other one is studies on punctuation and the textual structure of Revelation. The ECM Revelation was edited by Martin Carr, Darius Mueller, Marcus Sigismund, and Wuppertal. They collaborated with us at the INTF in Münster with Holger Struttwolf, the director, Annette Hufemeyer, and myself. And Wuppertal used a lot of our digital tools like the NTVMR to view and transcribe manuscripts, and they use the CBGM too. And you can read about that in the edition here. Now, probably what you're dying to know is how many changes there are in this Greek text of Revelation. You can read about that here. There's 84 new initial readings. That means there's 84 places that differ from the text of Revelation in the Nesselan 28. And there's 106 split lines. That means these split lines, there's at least 2 variants the editors deem as having equal value as the initial text. And instead of making a decision one way or another, they decided to leave the decision open. And here's the list of new initial readings. And here's a list of split guiding lines. And there's also a long list, about 95 readings where there's new initial orthography. So taking a look at the text here, it looks just like all the other ECM volumes. You've got the guiding line here. You've got the variant spectrum. You've got large apparatus. And at the bottom of the page, you have something new. You've got the apparatus about punctuation in manuscripts. And each of these little abbreviations has a corresponding entry in the introduction. You can read about what that means. And then right below that, they also have information about paratexts. And in the supplementary volume, you can read more about the paratexts and see exactly what those numbers mean. Something else that's new in the edition is the nomina sacra. Now, for each nomen sacrum, they have, instead of an abbreviation, they put the words there usually left out in the abbreviation or in the contraction. They have those in parentheses, so you can see those at a glance. So that's the basics of the text volume. Lots to discover there. And in the supplementary volume, we have information about the Greek manuscripts that were used in the edition. There's 110, they say, that were used in the edition. And here's the list right here of all the manuscripts used. And there's some other information that's wasn't in other ECM volumes. For example, there's lists of singular readings, which is very helpful if you happen to be writing a dissertation on scribal habits. And there's information about the patristics, information about orthography, and lots of information about the versions that were used in the edition. There's also the helpful commentary for the versions. And the apparatus, sometimes there's a little symbol next to a version that tells you can look in this textual commentary to find out more about it. So it just adds to the precision of the apparatus. And in the studies on the text, and that's where you have the textual commentary on the Greek text. Now this one's a lot longer than the ones in the other ECM volumes. This particular one's 175 pages long. I think that's the longest essay in all these volumes, but it's packed full of information. So really thorough here. You can read all about the textual changes and the split guiding lines and other interesting things. And on the studies on punctuation and textual structure, you'll find also a long essay on punctuation. There's a German version, and then there's the English one that was translated by the one and only Juan Hernandez Jr. And it's really good. This one's also over 100 pages long. And if you're interested in punctuation, well, this is probably the best place to turn for that. Orthography in the edition itself, there's 95 changes in orthography compared to the Nestle Aland, and lots of different punctuation. Those won't be carried out in the Nestle Aland 29th edition, but A big congratulations to the editors in Wuppertal. And yeah, look forward to hearing what users have to say about it. That's all for now.